Hey everyone, Sarah here. So I'm here to plan week 24. A little bit late getting this up. I want to get these up on Thursday, so that's my goal. But my son had graduation this past month, this Thursday, so I was kind of thrown off. So here's the flip through of my days, and that's my week. So this is my brain tickler, so I redid it a little bit, and this is the thing that I use to kind of trigger the things that I have to work on. I broke it down into two different lists, so this is very similar to David Allen's kind of brain tickler or trigger list. That's what he calls it. So the professional and the personal, and they have projects for professional, and there's different categories, and then personal has different categories, and then some bullet items to kind of jog your memory. And these are really helpful, and I use it a lot, and you can see it does trigger me to remember different things. So in this one specifically, I remembered when I was looking at it, I remembered I had a call late Friday at work, and I got some new assignments that I have to get back to just let them know if I want them or not. And I was like, oh yeah, I have to do some kind of mind mapping and just kind of understand what entails so I can get my ask together, if you will. The other thing is on the personal list, I remember that it's my mom's birthday this week. So I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to put that in there. So anyhow, so here I'm just putting in, doing my shell the way it is. And last week I just wasn't even thinking about doing the breakfast, lunch, and dinner here. And so I put it in there because I wanted to try it again this week. I really like the idea of planning out the meals. I just haven't really gotten to the routine yet. And Orange Theory is now open. It's got a lot of restrictions around it, but it's open. And I went last night for the first time since March, and I am feeling it, let me tell you. I'm sure I'll feel it tomorrow. So I got some Orange Theory that I want to get in, family dinner, get that in. And it's funny because that's really the biggest thing that I prioritize with the family. And we hang out, we talk a lot during it, so it is really important. And they're teenagers, so it's so hard. So if you guys have tips about kind of teenagers, I started to try to learn how to play their video games, and it was like GTA, and I played that game when it first came out. I was younger and kind of into it, and I can't do it anymore. I felt horrible about killing people, so I don't want to play that game. So now I just ended up driving around in the cars, basically. Just connecting with the teens. It's fun, and it's kind of cool to get into their world a little bit. And they're like, it's just a video game, Mom. And and I'm like, I know, but it just doesn't feel right. So anyway, so here I really liked how the feel of last week where I just color coded the block. So the reason why I'm really holding on to figuring something out here that's just a little bit quicker than all the stickers. I really like doing the stickers because I've said this before. It pulls in that dimension, it takes something away from me, and I feel that anxiety. And that's one of the things that I realized at the whole using cash versus card thing. But so I really like how it's blocked off, it takes the time away from me. And again, like I said, I don't use this to manage my meetings, this layout, but it helps me understand how the week is going to tie together and where I can really power through those next actions or around that. And it helps me learn how to structure my day. So that's one of the things that I've incorporated. And I'm not getting a lot of stuff done on my next action list, but I'm getting more done than I was, because again, I'm in a new role, so I really had to figure out how to restructure my days. So Tuesday, Thursdays are my heavy meeting days, and Monday I have to just go with the flow because it's Monday. We need to set the tone for the week, so I do have a lot of stuff on Mondays. But it's really nice because now that I'm stacking those days, and I'll tell you, it's a little bit stressful stacking my days like that because I'm just meeting. And I run a lot of the meetings, so it's a lot of kind of like mental work. But it's so nice to have those down days that it makes it worth it. So just kind of play with your calendar a little bit, see what works for you. Maybe you want to do like, busy morning, not calm afternoon stuff. I've seen that approach done and kind of managing your workload. But I really am liking that, and I'm getting more done. I am recognizing I get a lot of like phone calls that I have to like be more strategic about, like more disciplined around taking them. So, but I also think I'm not getting a lot done. I don't want to say that because I am getting a lot done. I'm just in a new role, so I'm acquiring a lot of work and I'm doing a lot of planning and kind of building out stuff. So it's not really the time to execute, it's a time to plan. So anyway, but yeah, so that's my work week. I got that scheduled in there, and I just planned in my Orange Theory. So I just wanted to try to hit at least 3 times. It was really hard yesterday. I can definitely feel that I've done basically nothing since March. And so so this is that, like, I'm drawing in the dimensions to take stuff away. So I've been doing a lot of Plan the Grind work, and I'm really enjoying doing these videos for everyone. And I mean, I hope you guys are enjoying them too. So, do a like or a thumbs up or whatever, if you do like it. And this is, I'm just putting in my content schedule. And yeah, so I'm just kind of color coding, and that's really my post schedule. So I'm just putting it up there. And I'm getting excited because I'm getting closer to setting up my planner. And I'm excited about the approach that I did because I've never really put this much thought into how to set up my planner to make it, because I mean, I love the planner thing. I love the planner community. I wish I was like totally into like the deco and all that. And I am, but I'm not at the same time because like I just have to get things done. I'm just so busy with everything. But I really use this planner as the tool to drive my intentions, like stuff I need to work on. And it really does help me. It really does keep me very focused on what I need to do. Just writing it down, just the act of writing things down and kind of structuring and seeing how your week is playing out and setting up goals, it really does make it so I just have like way to get it all done and see how it all comes together. And I wish there was a mobile application to do this that really combined all the lives together. I've done a lot of research on it, and there's some great ones out there, but I think the act of writing it down combined with being able to make it so flexible to what I need for that day is really where it gets. That's why I just stick to the paper planner. And I love technology. I mean, I do it for work, so the paper planner is really kind of my jam. All right, so I'm just putting in the moments that matter. And I'm really excited to kind of get back into this. I've been tracking stuff more, not 100% on it yet, but it just makes me feel better and takes a minute to reflect how I'm doing. These really are the moments that matter. And I even started putting in the stickers, again, the titles, and I stopped doing it. I don't know why. I think I was just being lazy, but that moments that matter, the trigger when I see it, it just adds that priority to it. So that's why I keep that moments that matter in there, right? This is when I am sitting down and I want to eat the damn pastries. Sarah, this is a moment that matters, I think in my head. And I use that moments that matters at work, like when you're reaching out with a customer. This is a moment that matters. This is a moment that you can shape your experience. So that's how I'm thinking about moments that matter. This is a moment that shapes my experience, that shapes my decisions to my goals. So that's why I have that labeled moments that matter. So anyhow, so you see me highlighting those days, the blocks up there, and I'm doing that too because I do use the daily pages a lot, which is hilarious to me, by the way, because I resisted this planner because of the daily pages. So I highlight the date block because that's my power day. Like, those are the days I have to get stuff done. And my categories for the days are structured a little differently too. So if I have a meeting day, it's like to do agenda and inbox. That's how I break up kind of the template for that day. And if it's a next action day, like a non, meeting filled day, then I put next action to do in inbox. So here I'm going through that memory jogger. So the memory jogger says, my professional project started, not completed, needs to be started. So this is commitments. So when I was on my commitments, boss, colleagues, others in the org, or customers, that actually triggered me like, oh yeah, I got to do the Trello licenses because I have that. I told somebody I would do it. And so it's really just kind of tickling my brain, triggering my brain. I want to call this a brain tickler, but there's like a file tickler system thing that he talks about. But anyhow, so the weekly review, so the pencil board, and I have a sticker too. So these are going to be in my shop, but I encourage you just to like print it out from like the web, you can get them on a PDF on the internet. But I just liked the aspect of the pencil board because I just like having something to write on. But so I'm writing in Mom's birthday. So this was something when I was going through the personal side, and it said upcoming events. So you can kind of see it. And it says birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, and holidays. And I'm like, oh yes, my mom's birthday. So I put that in there. My mom passed away, but I just put it in there to just think of her. And I mean, not that I don't anyway, but so just to trigger that. And so I really like the memory jogger trigger list thing. Updating all the next actions to kind of keep track of everything, where I'm at, and I'm putting the stuff, and now I'm trying to schedule in some of the stuff that I have to do. So that is Monday, and I know I have some meetings, and we do have this NPS survey going, and I need to remind my team to really promote the survey. So I had wrote that in the next action. I'm like, let me throw that as an agenda item for Monday in our huddle. And then I started to remember like, oh yeah, so this was the thing I was talking about. I have to come up with do a mind map and get some things together to figure out what I need to be successful on a project they're talking to me about. So I wanted to do a mind map on that. And I wanted to do it on Wednesday because I have a good block of time that I can just kind of sit and think. And I'm gonna start using Do Not Disturb on my phone, I think. And then I remembered my son needs to go to the orthodontist again because it's the never-ending battle with the teeth. So anyway, I threw that in there, and I'm just running through it and seeing. A lot of these things are just my own kind of routines that I want to build for work. So they're not time specific, but there's something I can't lose sight of. And then water my plants. So that's really everything I have. So thank you for watching, and take care, and leave me any questions or comments in the comments section. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.